I've used Canva to make most of my ebook covers. Let me show you how you can do it too. So before we get started, I just wanted to show you guys a few of the covers that I have made using Canva. As you can see, I am not a graphic designer. These covers are pretty basic. I used stock photography and clip art to create them. But I really like the way they turned out. I'm very happy with these covers. So what do you do if you do not have stock photography or clip art, or you don't even want to deal with all of that? Let's go back to the home page, Canva, and we are going to go here where it says ebook cover. I'm going to just click down here. And you get a blank slate here where you can create. But also, if you look over here to the left, you will see that Canva has quite a few templates that you can use and customize to turn them into an ebook cover for yourself. So, for example, I'm going to click this one. You can click on any of these elements and change them. You can, you have a toolbar up here in the upper left where you can change the font. You can change the size of the words. You can change the color. You can bold it. You can italicize, underline, uppercase. This is alignment and centering. You have effects. You can animate your text. You can pretty much do whatever. You can even switch out this background for another background. So, if you don't want to bother with designing your own cover, Canva has quite a few options here. The one thing that I will say is, if you notice, some of these templates have a little crown in the corner that says Pro. And if you are just using the free Canva account, which you absolutely can, you do not have to switch to a Pro account. I used the free account for quite a while. I just switched to a Pro account maybe a couple of years ago, because Pro account does give you access to a lot more features. I personally find it worth it, which is why I switched to a Pro account. If you would like to try out the Canva Pro account, click the link in my description and you can get a 30-day free trial of Canva Pro, and you can test it out and decide if it's something that you find would be worthwhile to pay for every month. Personally, I do, because the extra features it gives you access to, I personally think are worth it. Okay, so the best way to show you how I design my covers is to actually design a cover. So let's go back to the home page. And we're going to go up here to where it says create a design. And we're going to go down to the bottom here. I mean, you can do all of these things: whiteboard, ebook cover. I find the ebook covers I don't think they're to the size that in dimensions that they should be for like KDP. So we're gonna do a custom size here. And I've already got it auto-populated here. The width is 1600 by 2560 pixels. That's for a KDP ebook cover. Those are their dimensions that they list on the KDP site. So we're just going to click that and auto-populate it. And we've got our blank slate here. So I'm going to make a cover for a cozy mystery short story that was released in a limited edition holiday anthology last year. And the anthology is no longer in print. It was just for the holidays. So the rights to my story have reverted back to me. So I'm going to release it on my own. So it needs a cover. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go over here to my Uploads tab. And for my stock photography, I use Depositphotos, which I will also link down below. Typically, AppSumo will have a deal, usually once a year. I'm not sure, it might be, I think it is once a year, where for like $49 or $59, you can purchase a package from Depositphotos, and I think it's a couple hundred images, and it's very much worth it. So I will link to Depositphotos down below. But if you read Cozy Mystery, or you have ever noticed Cozy Mystery covers, you will know that the majority of them are illustrated. And I am not an illustrator, so I went to Depositphotos. I'm not going to show you here just to save some time. I already picked an image. I went to Depositphotos and I did an image search for Christmas cookie illustrations. And I found this particular illustration. And what you do is you can upload this into your Uploads folder on Canva and just grab it and drag it over to your blank slate. And that's how it'll come up. Now, the problem with this image is it gives me very limited space to put my name and the title. So I had to kind of configure how I was going to do that. And I think this needs to move over a little bit more. If you have moved an image over, you can, and it's bigger than you want showing here in this window that's lined in purple, you can always double click on it, and then that's the whole image, and you can kind of move it around where you want. So I want to move this around just a little bit over. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. So the only thing that I could figure that might work is if I put a plate. I'm trying to figure out what I can cover up here, and pretty much decided that the candy canes have to go. So if we go over here to the left where it says elements, let's try, since these are cookies and you would put cookies on a plate, let's try a plate. Okay, so when it pops up, it says all, which would be graphics, photos, videos, and everything just lumped in together. So let's just look at graphics and see what we get. Okay, let's try that one. Okay, so we're going to drag that over, click and drag it over these candy canes. And we're gonna, if you click in the corners of an image, you can make it bigger or smaller. So we're gonna do that. So I figure what I can do is I can loop the title around the edge of the plate. So how are we going to do that? So first of all, let's go back over to the left where it says text. We're going to click the T for text, and we're going to click this top one that says add a heading. So I'm going to click that and make that a little bigger, and I'm going to type my title, part of my title in here. So it's Cookies, Lies, and. So I'm going to change the font on that up here. Just click on that drop down menu. And I'm going to choose the one Brixton. And I'm also going to go back to this A up here at the top in the toolbar where it says text color. I'm going to click that. And I'm going to choose red. And I'm also going to choose bold. Okay, so now how are we going to loop that around the edge of the plane. So this is where the magic happens. If you go up here to where it says effects, you have all of these effects that you can try out. Shadow, lift, hollow. But the one that we're going to use, let's go back to none. One we're going to use down here is curve. So you can click that, and as you can see, the words have now curved. And there is a bar here at the bottom where you can adjust the amount of curve. So let's see, we're going to, I think that might be a little too much curve. I'm gonna go back and just, you just have to play with it until it's in the right position. And it can be a little nerve-wracking, but there, you'll get the hang of it. So now we're going to do the rest of the title. We're going to go back to add a heading. And we're going to put in homicide. We're going to do the same thing. Oh, and kind of make sure if you click on the words, it'll tell you up here the size. This is 90.7, so we want homicide to also be 90.7 or thereabouts. Might be a little less. So we're going to also change that to Brixton. The most recent font you've used will be at the top. And change that to red. Nice. We're going to go back down here into the bottom and back up to effects. We're going to curve this the opposite direction. There. So now we have curved the words around the edge of the plate. So what are we going to put in the center of the plate? Because that's just, that doesn't look good empty. So we're going to go back over here to elements. We're going to type in Christmas cookies. And, we've got all of these that we can choose from. Single cookie, I think I want more than one cookie. So let's choose this one. And again, you can drag the corners, make it bigger, smaller, and drag that to wherever you would like. We're going to put that there. I think that looks pretty good. So then next, I have to figure out where I'm going to put my name. I thought about maybe here, but then I thought, it might be a little too close to the title and make it look a little too busy. Then I thought maybe along the tray, the edge of the tray, and then I thought, no. So how about here, this blue bulb? Let's try that, see how that looks. Back to text. I'm going to add a subheading again, that out, and then just put my name. and make it so my first name is over my last name. And we're going to drag that up to, and you'll notice the center purple line down the middle. That's letting you know that your text is centered. Let's move that a little bit. And I don't like that font. Let's change that font. Okay, to, how about big shoulders? Okay, and bold. And how about a different color? That black just looks a little harsh. Let's go up here to text color. And let's try green. So yeah, I like that. That works. So I wanted to also put in another little element that shows people that this, besides the title, that this is a mystery. So we're going to go back to elements and let's try skull and crossbones. Okay, there's one. That looks pretty good. It comes up as a black skull and crossbones. So I think I want it to be white. So let's go up here to the little square in the corner, click on that, and you can change that to any color you would like. We're going to try white because I am going to, let's minimize that. I am going to put that over the Christmas bulb. There. Center it a little bit better. Okay. So we've got the title, we've got my name, we've got the little detail that shows, the skull detail that shows this is a mystery. So there's one more thing that I wanted to put on here. There is a dog featured in this book. So I don't really see any place on here that I could put an actual graphic of a dog. So I thought maybe paw prints. Let's try that. Let's look at these over here. I definitely don't want the animated ones. Let's try that one. And change the color again, in line with the rest of the cover. And you'll notice underneath all the graphics, when you move them or edit them in any way, there is a little circle with arrows that point in opposite directions. That's so you can turn it. So we're going to turn this image and have the paw prints coming. We're going to make these a lot bigger. We're going to have the paw prints coming from the top of the cover. Move those over. There. So now we've got a little set of paw prints. I can move those around if I want. Yeah, I like that better. So there we have it, a cozy mystery short story book cover for my story, Cookies, Lies, and Homicide. As an author, I use Canva quite a bit, not just for covers, for bookmarks, for event posters, postcards, If you would like for me to do any tutorials on those things, just let me know in the comments. I would be happy to do that. And thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw and found this useful, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because I plan to do a whole lot more of this kind of content. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later.